Okay, so this is a strength class. We've got some weights, and I have a chair, which I'm going to use a little bit of. If you don't have a chair, and if you don't have weights, that's fine. You can use other things. There's tons of creative things that you can do. And also, if there's anything else that you need for your body that makes you feel better, just grab those things. And we're going to start standing. Just gonna bring my water with me. So we will start standing. And let's just wake up the feet a little bit. Since I'm wearing all dark colors and then my feet are white, you can definitely see them, or they're peach. And this is the moment Ellen and I talked about having big feet. Now you can really see the span of these boats that I have below my knees. Okay, so standing up nice and tall. I have my feet just about as wide as my knees. And we're going to do two different kinds of movements to warm up the feet. One of them is a heel lift and then lower. And another one is a spine straight knee bend. So the knees are coming forward. You don't have to go very far, but just imagine that you're sliding your back down the wall and then coming right back up. Heels up and down. Knees bend forward and back up. Okay, up, down, slide down the imaginary wall behind you, and back up. And you can always use the wall to support if you're feeling a little wobbly today, or your chair. Okay, it's really nice to give yourself a little help. Try not to hold your breath, and we'll do 4 more. 4. Take your time when you lower and lift your heels, especially when you lower them back down. 3. And 2. And 1 more. And lower down. Good. And now we're going to step the feet in just a little bit. And we're going to practice bringing let's start with the right leg. I'm going to bring the right leg back. I guess I'm lunging back, aren't I? Front knee is front. Front leg is bent. Back leg is straight. And then I'm going to just switch that. Right leg forward. Left leg back. It's a little bit of an opportunity to further wake up the Achilles and the mobility of the back foot. And also this is just a wake up for your little balance muscles. As always, just use a chair or use something to help yourself. You're not cheating. We're still doing the movement. Okay, just be light with your hands so you're not sort of death gripping whatever it is that you're using. And if you don't need to hold on, great. And continue to bend the front knee as you step the back leg back. And you're breathing. Maybe arms out to the sides. Mine kind of just really wanted to gravitate out that way. And let's do 3 more. 3. And 3. And 2. 2. And 1. And 1. And let's just practice something for a quick minute here. Same move. Think about keeping your feet in line with one another. Maybe keep a hand connected to the chair when you do this. Step your right leg back and imagine that I'm asking you to keep your feet in alignment with one another. So I mean like one in front of the other. How wobbly are you? Come back with the right foot. Now I want you to step the right foot out a little bit wider, like you're aiming to go a little bit wider than the right hip. That's a little bit more manageable, right? So we're going to be doing I'm going to go over to the left side and try the same thing. Step back so you're in alignment with one another. That's a little bit more wobbly. And then come in, and then I'm going to go back and step a little wider. We're going to be doing stuff like this in a little bit. So stepping out a little wider will help you with your balance, okay? Come on back in. I'm going to use the chair, but again, you don't have to. I'm just using it for a frame of reference. I just have to turn my heater off. It's done its job. So let's just kind of measure first. You can bring your hands down to the seat of the chair. If you don't have a chair that you're using today, maybe just soften your knees and bring your hands about halfway down to what would be a complete forward fold, okay? I'm just gonna do this for a minute, and then I'm gonna take the opportunity to stretch a little bit, bringing the feet wider than the legs of the chair, feet wider than the legs of the chair, and then moving the hips and the pelvis to the right and to the left. And this is just a nice stretch, and you're gonna take a nice deep breath. And we'll just move the hips right and left 3 more times. 3, and 3, 2, and 2, and 1, and 1. And then come back to the center, walk back in. See if you can find this place where you can lean forward and comfortably bring your fingertips to the chair. I'm just going to use it for a frame of reference. So we're going to practice what would be a deadlift or a hinge move. So I'm going to soften the knees just a little bit, stick the tush out, and I'm going to go as far as I can, right, just at this moment, until my fingertips both at the same time reach the chair. And then I'm going to come right back up. When I come up, tush squeeze. Okay, we really want the glutes to fire during this exercise. Soften your knees. Hinge forward, so we're not rounding at all, or we're trying not to. You're literally moving your upper body in one straight line. When you get both hands to the chair or halfway down, come on back up. Push through the feet to come up and give the tush a squeeze at the top. Soften the knees, stick the tush out, lean forward, tap the fingertips to the chair, push through the feet as you come up and give the booty a squeeze. Bend the knees, stick the tush out. When you come up, shift your weight into the whole foot, not just the back of the heels. Like for a squat, I normally push kind of through the heels more than anything else. With this movement, it's kind of fun to use the whole foot. Fingers tap, and then come all the way up. Now I'm going to move my feet a little bit closer together, and I'm stepping my right leg back, and I'm keeping my left knee soft. Same move, I'm going to bring that back leg with me. I'm shifting forward. When I get to the chair with both fingertips, I think I've gone far enough for today. And I'm going to come right back up, and I'm going to stand tall. And think about the glutes. And come forward here. And back up. Okay, so it's really nice to use the chair as a frame of reference. Often we don't know how far down to go. Is that low enough? Okay, so here we're just kind of tightening up the range of motion a little bit, and maybe we can focus on the movement a little bit more. And I'm just going to do 2 more with the right leg out, hinging from the left leg. I'm trying to keep my left knee a little soft. And come up 1 more time. We're breathing. And up, and then arms down, and then we'll try the other leg. Soften the knees, and the left leg will go back. I kind of like this arms straight ahead thing, shoulders down. Soften that right knee. At the same time as you lean forward, you're lifting that left leg. Tap, come up, stand tall. Really push the right leg down to the ground, and try again. And come up. And again, we are not rounding the spine to come forward. Think tushy out, chest forward. Eyes forward. Keep your eyes forward. Maybe that will help. The eyes kind of naturally go along for the ride. You don't have to keep them out in front of you, but I am always looking out in front a little bit of where I am. So standing here, looking straight ahead, we'll do 1 more. The eyes naturally kind of travel downward, but I'm always looking forward and not down. And then come on back up. Okay, so that was a little warm up. Now we're gonna use the chair 1 more time to warm up the squat muscles. and the squat parts. Okay, so I'm going to get my feet in line with my hips, or maybe kind of in line with the legs of the chair. Soften the knees. And now the knees don't go anywhere because the hips go back, 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 back. And then push down through the heels. When you come up, give the tush a squeeze. We really want those tush muscles to fire. These are the muscles that help our hips to stay in place. And it really, really helps for so many things. So at the top, tush gets a squeeze. It's almost like you have like two cement blocks around your shins. They don't really go anywhere. They stay right in line with where they started. And push through the heels for this one. Squeeze it a tush. Let's do 6 more. 6 more. 6. And also PS, knee health and knee comfort. If your knees are angry when you're squatting, please stop and grab something like a ball or a yoga block. Try putting it in between your thighs, your upper legs, and giving it a squeeze. That is really a tool that helps a lot of people. And let's do 3 more. And if that one doesn't work, the other thing you can try is tying a band around the outside of the thighs and gently pushing the knees out. And come up. 1 more time. And coming all the way up, okay? So we're gonna come back. So we did heel lifts, that little knee warm up, and we did at the beginning of like a lunge thing, and the deadlift and the squat. Okay, that was all our warm up for all those parts. I'm gonna load up just a little bit. You can choose to pick up heavier weights than me. I'm gonna go lighter today. I've got 3s and 5s. That's probably where I'm gonna cap it for my leg exercises, okay? So I'm gonna grab my 5s here, and I may even put mine down along the way. I haven't decided, all right? So I'm gonna come back to being behind the chair, but only just to remind you that you can use it if you need to. You don't necessarily need the chair for this, all right? So we're gonna start first with heel lifts. So you can arrange your feet so they're maybe not so far apart, but parallel with one another. Shift your weight forward towards the toes, lift the chest, nice open chest. Before we start lifting our heels, ear to shoulder, bring your head to one side, and then come back to the center and your head to the other side. Make sure you're breathing. Relax your jaw. Again, to the right and left. 1 more each way, ear to shoulder. And then back to the center. Bring your chin in toward your throat and look down. And then stick your chin out and look up. Chin in, look down. Chin out, look up. 1 more each way. Okay, come back to the center. Look straight ahead. Shift your weight towards your toes. Lift the heels and then slowly lower them down. We're just going to do 10 more here. Take your time. 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and lower the heels. Okay, now just for fun, put your weights down for a moment, maybe on your chair so you don't have to bend all the way down. And then bring your fingertips to the back of the chair. If you don't have a chair today, just come to the wall, please. We're gonna do the same exercise just a little bit faster. I want you to bring your heels together if your feet fit together nicely like that. And this time I want you to close your eyes. Keep your fingers connected to the chair. Try and do this exercise where you are finding your balance, yet you are connected to a stable thing. And find your balance with your eyes closed. If for any reason this isn't right for you, please stop. I just had like an intake with a new chiropractor, and we did some exercises where she was sort of testing my balance, and that was okay. But the minute I closed my eyes, it was a total mess. And she said, well, that looks like a great thing for you to practice. Like, just put yourself in a safe position and practice keeping your eyes closed. Yeah, it's weird, right? Let's do 3 more. I'm just lowering and lifting my heels. And 2 more. And 1 more time. And then come all the way down. Okay, you can open your eyes. Wasn't that exciting? Okay, I'm going to grab my weights again. So, we spoke a little bit ago when we were doing our step backs like this about stepping out kind of wide, and we're going to practice that now a little bit. When you step back this time, don't go quite as far, and instead of keeping the back leg straight and the front leg bent, we're going to bend the back knee and come down maybe about halfway, and then come right back up, and then step that leg forward and the opposite leg back. And then bend and come up. And so you'll take your time here, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm stepping back, down, and forward, back. Okay, keep going here, and notice if you're stepping wide enough to keep yourself balanced. I don't encourage you to close your eyes through this one, but if you're really like into that and you already know that that's a strength for you, I guess you're welcome to try it, but I'm not telling you to at all. And come up. So I'm alternating my legs. I'm finding my straight up and down spine as I lower and then come back. Maybe your range of motion is different from mine. Maybe you're bringing your back knee all the way down to the ground, tapping and coming back up again. That's great. Whatever it is for you. And P.S., if there's a place in the exercise that doesn't feel right, it hurts, please either leave it out or practice making it smaller so you can move within a range of motion that doesn't hurt. Okay? We're doing 2 more sets. 1 more each way. And other side. And then step forward, okay? Great. So now I'm going to bring the chair back behind me again. I want to do some more of those squats. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of holding 2 5-pound weights, I'm just going to hold 1 10-pound right at my chest. Or maybe 8. Just because it sounds like a nice idea, okay? So if you want to load up and hold on to 2 weights, that's fine. However you want to do it is fine. But we're going to do the same exercise with an emphasis on standing up straight and giving the tush a squeeze, okay? When you bend your knees, your hips go back and the shins stay in place. When you come up, we give the tush a squeeze. We're going to actually add a little bit. And P.S., grab the ball or grab the yoga block, put it in between your knees again if that was helpful in avoiding any kind of knee, hip, or ankle pain. I almost fell backwards. We're going to add to this back and up. Here, heels lift, heels lower. Back and up, heels lift, oh geez, and heels lower. Back, up, heels, back down, 4 more. I am going to go back to my 5 right now, and I'm going to suggest that you just bring one weight into your right hand, one weight into your right hand, and stand up nice and tall. We're going to do another set of heel lifts just a little bit differently. So we're kind of just playing with movement in different ways and how it all ties together with balance a little bit in this first part. I'm going to keep my right arm by my side and my left arm out to the side. Heels together. Feel free to keep your left arm on the wall, like your fingertips on the wall, if that helps. Head back, belly in. Give your tush a little squeeze. Heels up, heels down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold. Switch. Opposite arm. Stand tall. Head back. Belly is in. And 5, 4, 3, and 2. One more time. And down. Come back to the first hand. Weight into the right hand. Open your heels so your feet are parallel with one another. We're going to bring the left knee and the right arm up. So it's like a bicep curl with a left knee march. Try and stay as centered as you can through your upper body. Just come right back down. I think I'm going to come out here with the left arm again and up again. Couple of things. Right leg, push it down. So when you bring the knee and the arm up, you're feeling a little bit of that right tush. Stand tall. And 4. And 3. And 2. One more time. And now side 2. Switch. Right arm out. Stand tall. Stand tall into your left leg. And knee up and down. Yeah, so maybe this side is different for you. That's good to notice. Maybe the reason is obvious. Maybe it's less obvious. Just continue to encourage that really nice lift through the spine the best you can, and help yourself if you need to. 4 more. 4. And 3. 2. One more. And then down. Okay, come back again. I'm going to bring this weight right into the chest. I'm just kind of holding on to it. I'm holding on to the sides. One more little set of heel lifts here, just straight up, nice and easy, except we're going to do a 1, 2, 3 lift. Shoulders down, squeeze the heels, lift a little more, the most, and come down that way. A little more, all the way down and up. 1, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3 more. 1, up, up, down, 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 and 2, up, up, down, down, and 1 more. 1, 2, 3, down, 2, and 3. Awesome. We're gonna do another set of squats, no heel lifts. I'm gonna go back to holding that 8 again. I'm gonna keep the weight in right towards my chest. Grab the ball or the yoga block if that was helpful. Weight into the chest. Before we go anywhere, stand tall. Lift the chest towards the weight, but draw the abdominals in. Push down through your feet and shift your weight slightly towards the heels. When you bend your knees, they stay there, and then the hips go back. Push through the heels, give the tush a squeeze at the top. And 9, 8, turn around. We did this in our warm-up. I'm gonna turn back around and face the chair. We're gonna do a one-leg deadlift again. If your back is feeling great, maybe you wanna continue to hold on to 5s or something like that. I'm gonna dial mine back to 2s here. Oop, I'm not gonna trip over my weights. Okay, so we did this in the beginning. And I'm just using the chair as a frame of reference and to maybe limit mobility just a little bit to work on alignment a bit better, okay? Soften the knees. Let's keep the feet down for the first one. Arms go straight out, shoulders down, belly is in, hinge. Booty out, chest forward, belly in. I want my fingertips at the chair at the same time, and then I'm gonna push through the feet and stand up. When I get to the top, booty squeeze. 4 more. Inhale. And 3. And 2. 1 more. Bring the arms down for a minute. We're going to try it again with 1 leg, okay? Soften your knees. Step the right leg back. Arms come forward. Take a nice deep breath. Shoulders are down. Keep the knee soft. Hinge forward. Tap. Yes, Jed? I'm down here, but I'm teaching, okay, sweetie? And come up. Keep the left knee soft. I'm teaching, sweetie, okay? I'm teaching. I can't talk right now. Okay? I'll be out soon. I'll be back soon. What do you need?
I'm trying to write the life skill.
Okay, I can't do that with you now, okay, sweetie? See you soon. Close the door. Love you. 1 more. And step forward. Whew, almost lost that one. Okay, side 2. Take a nice deep breath. Soften the right knee. Step the left leg back. When you bring your arms up, by the way, pull your belly in, okay? I recruit my back muscles all the time, and I would rather use my core, maybe the core and my back. Okay, so when you bring your arms up, pull your abdominals in. Tap. And up. And breathe. And 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And then come all the way down. Quick little neck release here. Stand tall, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and we'll do a nice little ear to shoulder and circle through the center over to the other side, and then back again. And 1 more each way, and around. Okay, come back to the center. I'm going to do another set of squats in the same way. I would normally be holding probably 5s. I'm going to add to the squat. I'm going to hold my arms by my sides, and I'm going to add an arm extension at the top, okay? You can always just do a bicep curl. Once we get going, you can see what I mean. So you may want to hold on to a heavier weight than me. Toes are forward. Take a nice deep breath. If you're using the ball or the yoga block in between your thighs, just step in so it has a little bit of a squeeze when you begin. And then send your hips back. When you come up, press up. And back. Even here, on the way up and on the way down, think about those abdominals here. It's really easy to leave them out. And down. Just keep breathing. And up. And reach. Last 4. 4. these weights down, and we're gonna come down to the floor. If you need a mat, grab your mat, pull it on the floor. I'm just gonna get the chair out of the way, and I'm just gonna take a really quick drink of water. Okay. So, just a quick note here. We're gonna do a little bit of hands and knees stuff. If this feels terrible because of your knees or your wrist or something, you can always stand and bring one hand down to a chair and do the same movement, one arm at a time, standing with one hand on the seat of the chair, okay? I'm gonna grab my 8 and my 5. I'm gonna see how these feel. I'm gonna start with the 5 first. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. First, foot stretch. I always like to throw this in here. Toes forward, shift your weight back, and see if you can just sit back and give your feet a little bit of a stretch. And just hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come on back. Uncurl the toes. Okay, so I'm gonna narrow my hands just a little bit. So now my hands are just a little bit closer together. Push down through your right hand and grab whatever weight you've chosen with your left hand. Straighten out your spine. Bring the left arm right in line with your spine. And then come right back down and just tap the mat. Quick right arm check-in. Can you rotate so your elbow is looking at the wall behind you? And plug that right shoulder in. Eyes are looking down and slightly in front of where you are. Belly button is definitely in. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Put the weight underneath your chest and switch arms. Left arm down. Straighten out your spine. Lift your chest away from the floor. And then bring the right elbow in line with your ribs alongside the body. I'm pulling my elbow right alongside my ribs and then just lowering down, tapping the floor. And along the way, I'm just trying to recruit my stabilizing muscles through my midsection, pulling the ribs and the belly button in. Left elbow, rotate it so it's looking at the wall behind you. The more you lift your chest away from the floor, the more you'll be recruiting your core muscles, I think. Last 2. 1 more. And then come back down. So as long as that's going where we're going to build a little bit on this, I'm coming back down with my right hand. I'm grabbing the weight with my left, and I'm going to bring my knees together, and I'm going to extend my right leg. Okay, so this is going to further challenge the whole balance and core. Push the floor away, aim your elbow back. Same exercise here. Nice and easy, just focus on keeping your hips even with one another. And your chest lifted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And other side, right leg down. Left hand is now the one that's doing the work to the ground. Left leg out, right arm is about to lift and lower. Lift the chest and elbow up and down. So just try and keep those hips nice and even. And 8. Don't pick that elbow up too far. I don't want you going all the way up, okay? Just right alongside your body. And 5, 4, lift the belly button in toward the spine. Ribs 2, 3, 2, and 1, and down. Put it down. Quick break here. You can either just come up, twirl your wrists a little bit if you want, something like that. Okay, we're gonna do one more set, just a little bit different, adding on a little bit more, right? Come back to hands under shoulders. Move your right hand in and your knees together. Grab onto your weight. Right leg comes out. So this is how we're building. Ready? You're gonna bend. Are you ready? Bend and hold. Extend. Bend. Extend. There's more coming. Ready? Extend. When you bend, lift the leg. When you lower the leg, the arm extends. When you lower the arm, the leg lifts. Leg lower, arm extend. Arm down, leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Come on down, side 2. Give the weight to the right hand. Straighten the left leg out. Pull the right elbow in by your side body. Extend the right arm and bend. Extend, plug that right shoulder in. So now we practice the move. As you bend the arm, the leg lifts. As you extend the arm, the leg goes down. And reach. So I'm working hard to keep my abdominals in here. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, come all the way down. That's like a really good exercise, in my opinion, to practice strengthening yourself to do a plank. Because planks, let's do a plank right now. Okay, if your wrists are sore and your wrists are getting angry with me, if you have too heavier weights, this isn't good for everyone, but some people really prefer to hold on to something because it takes a little pressure off the wrist, all right? You can try that. Okay, so a plank, we're lifting the belly, we're pushing the floor away. When you bring your legs out, you should feel your tush. Okay, you should be lifting your abdominals to support your midsection. Some people say your hips should be below your shoulders. I can't do that at this moment in my life and still use my abdominals appropriately. Okay, so I focus way less on that. Give yourself 2 more deep breaths. And then come all the way down. Okay, take a stretch. So that was a good little exercise, I think, to practice finding a stronger plank. Or maybe a more connected plank. Okay, I'm going to use my 8s for a little bit more arm work and ab work. So we're going to come down onto our back. So I'm going to take a little sip. Okay, here we are. Try and just relax through the spine. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your knees and your hips. And we're going to bring the knees over to the right and breathe. And then back through the center and over to the left. And then through the center and over to the right. And through the center and over to the left. One more each way. And last one. And come back to the center, and then just bring the feet in a little bit so you're relatively close to the tush, I'm going to pick up these 8s over here. Whatever number you choose to do your arm work, it's totally up to you. 5s, 8s, 3s, 0s, whatever you want, okay? You can always change your mind too, so make sure your weights are not too far away. Okay, so a little bit of like a double move here. Abdominals, let's cue those so they're going to participate. Inhale, fill your waist up with air. And then exhale fully. And think about drawing the hip bones in towards one another. And empty the lungs. So see if you can keep those deep breaths moving as you move your arms. I'm going to press straight up. So this is actually the same move that we did just a second ago. When we were on our hands and knees, we were pulling, right? And now we're pushing. Those are like pushing and pulling, two really good arm moves to practice regularly. We work those into class all the time. Pushing and then controlling it back down. So we're going to do that. When you come up, pause, turn your palms forward, bring the arms wide, back up, turn the palms to face one another, and then come back by your sides. Extend, rotate, wide elbows, come up, turn, and back down. So it's like a little combo. And down. And out. And down. 4 more. 4. Try to keep your abdominals included along the way. And 2. And 1. And then come all the way down. And all the way down. And just just rest your hand on top of the weight, right by your side. Wiggle your fingers. And we'll use the abdominals just a little bit more. Let's bring the right leg up into tabletop. Hold the right, actually, you know what? You can continue to use your right. I'm just going to switch so you can see a little better. Keep that leg up. Draw your abdominals in. Bring the leg that's down up and down. Same leg. Same leg. Use that full belly muscle connection. Same leg. 4 more. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And switch the leg. Now keep that leg there. Other side. Down. And down. And 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Hold at the top. Feet together, knees a little bit wide. Lower and come right back up. It's a little bit of a tuck. When you come up with the legs, push down with your palms into the tops of the weights. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Woo! And then come on back down. Okay, I'm going to do another set of this exercise. I kind of want to grab my 10s for this next bit, you guys. I think I'm going to do it. Same exercise that we just did, the row, narrow and wide elbow row. That's really not the safest way to grab the weight, but I did it. Everything's fine. I should be better about that in the future. Okay, so come back, grab your weight, whatever it is that you've chosen. Come onto your backs and up, rotate, wide, back up. Down by your side, wide elbows. I feel really safe to load up on weight when I'm down on my back like this because I have the support of the floor underneath me. And I I'm recruiting my abdominals, and it feels functionally like a really nice place to do arm work and to continue to load up in this way. It feels safe. 4 more. 4 and 4. 3. 3. 2. 2. 1. And 1. And then come all the way down. And all the way down. You can rest your hands on top again. Wiggle your fingers. Take a nice deep breath. I'm actually just going to keep those weights a little bit wider than the hips. Wide in my feet. Push down through the feet. And then lift the hips. When you push down with your feet, push down through the heels to lift your hips. This is another opportunity to work the tush. Lower and left. Lower and left. See if you can keep your knees over your feet. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Come all the way down. Relax the pelvis. Take an inhale, exhale. 1 more set for the arms. I'm going to stay with this weight and do the same series. Arms long. Come on up. Press up and down. When you get to the top, rotate and go wide. Rotate, narrow, and wide. Narrow, and wide. And 5. 5. 4. 4. 3. 3. 2. 2. 1. And 1. Come all the way down and all the way down. A little bit wider than the hips. Just rest your hands on the tops of the weights 1 more time. Take a nice deep breath. Legs come up into tabletop. Keep your legs there. Pull your knees right over your belly button and bring the knees and the feet together. Bring your chin toward your throat. Reach through your fingers more than you thought you could so the arm reaches forward and curl forward, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. You can push down into the weights just a little bit. Four more. And 3. And 2. One more. Come all the way up. I lied. Let's do 1 more. Curl forward. Hold here. Little pulse forward. 4 more. All the way down. Take a nice deep breath. Okay. I'm going to leave one of the 10s on the ground, and I'm going to carefully grab the other one, so I'm holding onto both sides of the weight with both my hands. I'm just going to do a little tricep work here. Bend so the weight comes behind the head, and then re-extend. Try and keep the elbows over the shoulders. Try not to knock yourself out with this weight right now. Last 8. Use your abdominals. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Good. Bend your elbows. Let's just put this weight to the side. You can hold on with both hands, roll to the side, and drop it off. Let's do a couple of stretches here. I'm going to bring my knees, keeping them bent over to one side, and then my arms out nice and wide. I'm going to look in the opposite direction of my knees. If you have any osteoporosis in your spine, deep twisting like this is contraindicated, which means you're not supposed to do it, okay? So maybe leave the hips down. Leave your hips down and your booty down and just bring the knees over and widen your arms so it becomes more of a hip stretch than a spine stretch, okay? Or also just talk to your doctor about that because I wouldn't want to get in the way of any rules. One more deep breath here. And then you can carefully come through the center and bring the knees over to the other side. And breathe. One more deep exhale here. And then we can come up to sit. Come up to sit. Good. And let's come up to stand. Carefully come on up to stand. We're going to do just one more stretch before you're free. And you can use either the chair or a wall or whatever else you have near you, okay? I think some of you, your knees won't like this, so you can just leave this out and do a different stretch. I'm going to bring one hand against the wall, and I'm going to grab onto my foot with the opposite hand to stretch the quad and the knee. This could be a balance, another opportunity for you to balance if you want to bring this hand that's against the wall up to the ceiling or down by your side or anywhere else could be exciting. Reach the knee down as you gently pull your foot in. Knee down, foot in. One more deep breath here. And release. And let's do the other side. You can also use your magic circle for this, by the way. Keep going here just to show you if this is too much of a deep stretch. You can use a yoga strap or a magic circle. It's kind of a little awkward, but it totally does the trick, okay? Even here, think a little bit about tilting your pelvis so your belly goes in and the sits bones are looking straight down. And that may give you a little bit of a flexor stretch or lengthening through the flexor area just a bit. Okay, and then we can, oh my God, I almost fell. You can release that. One more stretch for the road here. I'm just gonna use one of my larger weights here just because it's bigger. I'm gonna pull the 10 forward and I'm gonna put the ball of my foot. You can use your yoga block for this too, if it's just smarter for you for some reason. So I'm putting the ball of my left foot on the weight and I'm stepping my right foot forward. And then I'm just gonna stand nice and tall. And this is a calf stretch, Achilles stretch, foot stretch. We can also bring our hands up. Drop your chin, stretch over to the right. And then back to the center. And again, stretch over to the right. And come back to the center, and then arms come down. And side two. And breathe. We're going to come all the way up. And stretch over to the right. And center. And again, right. And center. And then bring the arms all the way down. Okay. We did it. Have a great day, you guys.